It is too early for this. It's been a couple months since I made my last video, or since I filmed the last video. I kind of fell off the wagon a little bit. Just needed to get done around here, and I didn't have the time to edit. So here we are. I'm here to catch you up. What did you miss? We're done with block. No more block, I promise. I got my first unsubscribe. Broke my heart. After that, we prepped for concrete. We had the concrete guys come. It was a success. I did a little bit of freestyling out on the pattern on how we set up the different areas around the backyard. I'm excited to show that. I went to Denver with my mom and my brother. That was rad. We went to Philly. My buddy Jordan got married. Went on a backpacking trip with my buddy Levi, Joe, and Matt. I had not one, but 2 different inspections here on the shop, which means that there was 1,000 things that I needed to fix around here. I got the mini splits installed, which were kind of a nightmare.
Yeah, dude, this is sick.
I'm officially a crypto bro. Thank you, Chris. I got a giant dirt pile sitting on the side of my house still that's been there for 2 weeks that has been staring at my neighbors every day. And there's really no time to slow down because we got another baby on the way. So I'm kicking it into high gear. I got about 72 hours before we go camping. We're gonna take a little family break before the final push where we're gonna put in turf in our yard. So over the next couple nights, I'm just getting the little details ready. And yeah, I have some other good news. It's kind of a big momentous announcement, so you'll have to bear with me. I gotta get this curb in. And these little pins here, these are gonna keep the curb that I'm about to pour. This is my form. These will keep it from separating from the sidewalk, more or less. But and this is the old sidewalk that was in the house, and it's just a little bit lower than everything else, so I'm building it up. So we got our curb set here. Should probably bring that inside. All right, so we're gonna let that cure up overnight. In the morning, we're gonna pop those forms off. I'm gonna walk you guys around the backyard, show you kind of what we ended up doing with the concrete, the layout, the little areas that are starting to come together. Now, this isn't the big surprise I was talking about, but I do have a little sneak peek of something that you didn't know about from before. But the shop has a fully tricked out bedroom attached to it, complete with a nice bathroom, which is still a work in progress. And because I am an awesome husband, and because my wife is pregnant, and I'm dirty, and I don't feel like showering, I'm actually gonna stay out here tonight. Also, Keisha locked me out. But, do some DIY. Well, I slept in. I've got 10 minutes. I've got 10 minutes to knock out this form, see how our curb turned out, and get to work. Let's go. But you know what? This is totally fine. The turf's gonna probably come flush to the top. But that's my first time doing a curb. That'll work. Okay, so we're back from camping. I didn't show you guys where I left off. I meant to get further, but I'm installing these little nailer boards for the turf. These little nailer boards here. So you screw those into the concrete, and then you can staple right into those. And I am trying to figure out how to get these curves, which I tried a couple of them. You can see a snapped one over there, but I think I got my spacing right on the little curve cut kind of situation. I guess technically a curve cut is a straight slice a bunch of times, and that makes it, you know, so you can bend a piece of wood or whatever. So I had to do these like pie shapes to help it bend it like that, which is pretty nice. What do you think of that?
Party, party.
Look at that perfection.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, love you. Oh, yeah. Ah, son of a gun. All right. Someone's gonna have to do it. I'm gonna do. We're talking now. We got our curves. Can screw these boys down. Oh. All right. So the turf is happening. Had some generous neighbors come over yesterday and give me a hand with what was supposed to be a super productive day, but just kind of turned into more of a block party. It did take 4 of us to move the big piece of turf into the backyard. And with a little bit of adult supervision, we did make the final or preliminary cuts to kind of get it settled into its place. I only have a couple spots left to fill up the main area, and as I was kind of looking around and looking at how much extra turf I got, I think there's some more areas I'm gonna add turf, but the main area will be done. Ziggy will have a place to play, and the dogs won't be bringing as much dirt. So, all in all, I give myself a score of like a 8 out of 10 on my execution of this. There was a couple of spots that was really tricky to cut, and I got a little haphazard with the scissors. So, anyway, let's get this last piece in. 7 feet by 11 feet. Let's check that one more time. Break it down. Stay out here, Zig. Let's you dance. Okay, so here we have it. We got the turf in the main area. It's all done. I can't tell you how big of a difference this makes it feel back here. You know, we've been living in like a construction zone for the last 2 years. Having a baby, something soft he can play on, just something green. I know it's not real, but whatever. This is big. If I felt like we were at a 65% done, just putting the turf in made it feel like it was like 90% done back here. Which does bring me to my next point, my big announcement that I was gonna tell you guys about. You know, I've been building this shop in my backyard for the last 2 years. And finally, I can say we passed our final inspection, which is a huge deal. We've been building this building all by ourselves, night and day, Keisha's dad and I. I've learned a lot. I can finally have all my stuff in there. Not that I didn't have it all in there anyway, and was already working on projects. But now no one can kick me out and I can do whatever I want. So that's a big deal. The yard is almost done. My next video, I'm gonna do some rockscaping in here, do some stones, do some steppers, turf out the little areas, start putting some more vegetation in the planter boxes and stuff that we installed, and just start putting the vision all the way together. And then we can move in to some more fun projects inside the shop, the tool wall, the office, all kinds of other weird stuff that we have going on in there. Yeah, so if you like these kinds of projects and you just want to hang out and watch somebody figure their way through this and that, do me a huge favor and subscribe. And I really appreciate you watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye.